Hey everybody, it's April. I just came on here really quick. I was getting ready and I saw how pretty the Flexi Rods was making this hair, and I thought I would come on here and show you guys. I really kind of been having problems getting this hair to hold a curl, and last night I curled it with my new me curling one that I got, and after I recorded a video, and so I decided to flexi rod it before I went to bed. And I just put my satin cap on after I flexi rodded it, and it seemed to be looking pretty nice. The curls stayed in pretty good, and I just wanted to come on here and show you guys. Also, I have a burning desire, something that I've been contemplating making a video about, but it's such a ugly subject that I really wasn't sure if I wanted to discuss it on here or not. But I mean, you know, whatever. Here's the deal. I've been living here in Dallas for 3 years, and you know, all my life I've been in Memphis, and I've never had a problem with finding a friend. I have, you know, a collective amount of friends in Memphis, and I love them dearly. I have only 2 that I feel super duper close to, you know, and one of them we still talk even now, like at least once a week. You know, I share her pain, she shares my pain, so we communicate even now, you know. But my thing is, what is it with the women here in Dallas? Let me stop and just say that I'm not like labeling all the women in Dallas, because I haven't met all the women in Dallas. But the 4 that I have encountered, as far as trying to be friends with, it's been nothing short of basically a nightmare. You know, I mean, it's like they don't know how to be friends here. I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet so you can understand. I need to tell you so you can understand why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. First, when I moved down here, the first person that I call myself, you know, gonna be friends with or gonna be cool with, she was actually from Memphis, so that's what kind of threw me. I don't know if it's something in the air down here that make people act wacky or off their rocker, but she was from Memphis, and that's how we ended up really, you know, getting together. Or like, is it me? You know, it's crazy. Okay, being with her, it was nice. It was fun at first, and then she started just snapping me up and saying that I think I know everything because I'm older than her. Long story short, we cut our ties. She went her way, I went mine. I don't even want to get into that. You know, the fiasco that went down at the mall with her. The day after Thanksgiving. No, was it Thanksgiving? No, it was the day after Christmas last year. I think it was the day after Christmas that we ended up getting up like 8 o'clock in the morning, going to the mall to catch a sale, and she was telling me about some guy she met, and we just walking through the mall, mind you. We just walking through the mall and making conversation, and she was telling me about some guy she met, and you know, man, I wish I had gave him, you know, I wish I had gave him my number, something about calling him or something. And I was like, well, did you get his number? And then she's like, well, no, I didn't get his number. So I'm like, well, maybe that's where you went wrong at. Well, why I had to be done did something wrong? Why I had to be did something wrong? See, that's what I'm saying. You just think you know everything. I'm like, you know what, baby girl, I'm just making conversation with you. I don't give a damn about you or that trick. I don't give a damn about neither one of y'all. I'm just making conversation. You know, you want to talk about it. You open yourself up to people's opinion and what people think when you discuss whatever is going on in your life. So that was the last time I saw her, last time I wanted to see her. It just kind of made me feel like that, you know, she had a purpose to serve in my life. And, you know, because we had fell out once before and then we met back up. And then that day we went shopping and it was right back crazy. It was right back psycho, you know. So I never saw her again. Haven't seen her again. Don't want to see her. The second one, a lady I met at Benihana's when we first moved down here. We kind of clicked at the dinner table and my husband suggested that we exchange numbers. So, you know, me, I'm shy. I don't really ask for a woman. We could sit there and talk for hours and I'll be like, okay, it was nice talking to you, and I'm gone. You know, because I'm not really big on like meeting strangers and making them my friend. So, you know, if we hit it off and it works and it clicks, cool. But, you know, I don't force it. So, you know, he suggested it and cool. We exchanged numbers. We called each other a couple of times. She came over once or twice and we kind of left it at that and didn't really hook up anymore. And then I got pregnant and we ended up, you know, hooking up and talk, you know, just hanging. And after the baby, you know, she started coming around a little bit more after I had the baby. And she would say things like, I reminded her of her life when she was with her husband. Like, we could be chilling at my house and I would be cooking or doing something around the house and she would be like, this makes me sad. And I'm like, why? Because it reminds me of when I was with the boys' dad and how I used to be spoiled and staying at home and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, well, you know, what do you say to that? So, you know, a big fiat. You know, I grown dogs, you guys know that. And she referred one of her friends to me that had a dog and I was grooming the dog. And she used to be the one that bring the dog to me to get the dog groomed. And the last time she brought the dog to me, she, on her way to pick the dog up and pay me, she spent some of the money. She didn't ask the lady whose dog it was, and she didn't ask me, you know what I'm saying? So she spent some of the money, but I really wasn't messed up about that. I was messed up at how she came to me. When she got there, she was like, how much? And I told her how much it was, and she was $10 short. And instead of her saying, would it be okay if I bring it back later? You know, I didn't know it was going to be that much. Oh, I just got to bring it back to you later. Oh, I just have to bring it back another time. No. You need to ask me if it's okay if you bring it back. You don't know if I got the mafia sitting over here finna kill me and I owe them money or what. You know, like, seriously. That's just not how you handle a person, and that's just not how you handle a person's money. You know, you just don't do it like that. So we, you know, it pissed me off. It pissed me off at how she did it and then how she handled me afterwards, you know. So I deleted her not periodly, but I deleted her completely out of my life. You know, I just cut her off from there. You know, I don't get into big fallouts. I just delete your ass. That's just me. I delete your ass. If you bring drama to my life and disturbance and chaos, I delete you. I don't deal with that. I don't deal with drama. I don't deal with bull crap. I don't do it. So I just deleted her. I stopped calling her, took off my Facebook. I ain't want to have nothing to do with it. That was that one. Then there was a younger one that was that I met at Chuck E. Cheese. Our boys, CJ and her son, hit it off pretty good, and we exchanged numbers to try to do a play date. And we did have a couple of dinners that we met up with the boys and, you know, hung out. And she was a die-hard party animal, and she partied, I mean, at least 3 times a week. And she wanted me to go with her, and I would never go because, baby, you know what I'm saying? I'm 42. I've been there, done that. I done partied till the sun come up, baby. I done tore the roof down. I done brought daylight in. I mean, I done partied. I done did that. You know, not that I don't never ever want to do it again, because, you know, it's fun to go out every now and then. But I mean, I've done that, you know, and you know, I think she kind of took offense that I would never go out with her. But, you know, I'm married. She's single. She's 26. I'm 42. You know, the only thing we really had, the common denominator, was the boys. You know, so that didn't work out. So, you know, and she just kind of stopped contacting me because I invited her to my son CJ's birthday party, and she said she was gonna come. And the day before, she texted me and told me she was hurting or she was sick or something, and she wasn't gonna be able to make it, but she would definitely get him a gift and we could meet up and eat, you know, have dinner that week. And she would bring him his gift. And, you know, a couple of days go by and the week go by. So I called her. I'm like, hey, what you doing? When we going to eat? Oh, I'm out of town with one of my patients and so-and-so, so-and-so. And I don't know when I'll be back and blah, blah, blah. And I called her one other time after that, and she didn't answer the phone. So I took the hint, you know, I took the hint. And, you know, that's just, I don't know, you know, I don't bring, and then it was her birthday the month before, and she invited me and I didn't come. So I think that's where that was spawning from. And when you're younger, you think differently than a person of a particular age. So in some cases, some 20-year-olds are mature and think logically, but some of them think like 20-year-olds, and I don't expect anything other than that from them. So that was that one. And, you know, I'm all along trying to figure out, like, well, what is it? I be thinking I have me somebody cool I can hang out with or I can kick it with, and it just fall through the cracks every time. But now, this last one, and actually it's 2 in 1. One was my customer that I blame myself for this one. I allowed her into the private part of my life and was telling her some things and talking to her about a few troubles that I was having, and I really, you know, just thought that, you know, she was older than me, and I just thought she had my best interest at heart. So I was sharing things with her, and something happened, you know, when Chris bought me the Range Rover. I went up to one of the people that, you know, I know that she probably communicates with, and I was like, you know, do you like my car? And I said, yeah, my husband bought it for me for my birthday, and are you enjoying it? That's the way she said it, so it made me suspicious. So the first thing I did, you know, was go to her, and I was like, girl, you haven't said anything to anybody about none of the stuff I be telling you, have you? And that automatically sent her on alert. What? Why? What? Why would you ask that? What? You know, to me, that felt guilty. Like, when a person hop on a fence like that, that just guilt, that's screaming guilt. So, you know, and she started acting extremely weird and strange after that. Just wasn't calling, and then when we was talking, she was very dismissive and not even really indulging in the conversation. So I stopped, you know, really trying to talk to her about anything. You know, I just kind of tried to keep it strictly business. And then we stopped talking really contacting each other on a day-to-day basis. We stopped doing that. We didn't talk to each other for like 2.5, 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, one night, she texts me and say, I hope you're enjoying those blankets that I got you. I need you to return those movies that I loaned you. Now, mind you, I went around her house last year right after Thanksgiving, and it was a cold night, and she was like, you think the boys want to look at some movies? I got some movies they can get. And I'm like, okay. So one of them wasn't even open yet. So to my knowledge, I thought she was giving my kids these movies. And I didn't want to be rude, because I just felt like when someone is giving you a gift, you don't be rude. But a couple of all of them except for one, which was Polar Express, my children did not look at. It was some off the wall stuff. Hold on, let me get them, because